All right, let's dive in. Today we're going to tackle a huge challenge, especially in the insurance tech world. How do you make sure your software quality can actually keep up with the crazy speed of business today? Let's break it all down.
You know, this really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Development teams are moving at light speed, but a lot of the old ways of checking for quality just can't keep pace. And that's where you get this huge disconnect, this friction that so many teams are feeling every single day.
And here's where that friction becomes a real legitimate pain. I mean, think about it. If your QA folks are just stuck in this endless loop of fixing fragile, code-heavy test scripts every single time the app changes, well, they're not really testing anymore, are they? They're just doing maintenance. And that's a roadblock, not a launchpad.
So here's our game plan. We're going to look at this whole challenge, and then we're going to break down a really cool 3-layered solution. We'll start with a no-script foundation, then we'll add a layer of insurance-specific intelligence, and finally, we'll top it off with a layer of visual trust. You'll see how it all comes together.
Okay, first things first. Let's attack that root problem. All that time wasted on high-maintenance automation. And this is where a solution called Breez enters the picture.
The whole idea here is simple, but honestly, it's pretty powerful. It's all about letting your teams step away from that fragile code and move toward testing that's way more resilient and, frankly, a lot smarter.
Now, the key phrase here is true no script. This isn't just some low-code thing where you still have to tinker under the hood. It's built so that your technical QA pros and the business folks, the ones who actually understand the day-to-day workflows, can build automation. It really opens up the whole process to everyone.
And would you look at the impact that has in the business? When you finally break that cycle of just fixing scripts all day, you get your time back. That means shorter test cycles and faster releases you can actually feel good about. But the big one, you slash that maintenance time we talked about, which frees up your team to focus on actual quality, not just upkeep.
Now, a solid foundation is awesome, but it's just the start. For the insurance industry, just checking if buttons work isn't nearly enough. You've got to add a layer of deep, specific business intelligence.
And this right here is such a critical distinction. We're not just asking, does the page load? We're asking, are the underwriting rules being applied correctly? Is the claims logic making the right call? Is the price on this policy actually accurate based on all these complex rules? Those are the questions that really matter.
And that's exactly what VeritAI is built to do. It's about getting ahead of the problems by testing the core business logic, the actual decisions that power the entire insurance business.
Okay, this is where it gets really cool. VeritAI uses generative AI to literally read and understand business requirement documents. Those super dense product filings or rule books, and it automatically creates the tests for you. It just completely jumps over that whole manual step of a business analyst trying to translate requirements for a tester.
And here's how those first 2 layers just click together perfectly. VeritAI figures out what you need to test, those smart, business-focused scenarios. And Breez handles the how, running those tests on any platform you've got, all without anyone running a single line of code. It's a direct line from business intent straight to execution. But wait a minute, what about the customer? What do they actually see and experience? A system can be functionally perfect. The logic can be sound, but it can still totally fail the user. And that brings us to our final, absolutely crucial layer, visual trust.
Seriously, think about it. The premium calculation is 100% correct, but the number is just misaligned on the screen. Or a policy document gets generated with all the right data, but the formatting is a complete mess. These things might pass a functional test, but they are huge visual fails. And that kind of stuff just destroys customer trust.
This is exactly the gap that AIris is designed to fill. It's all about making sure that what the user sees isn't just correct, but that it looks right, that it's clear, and that it feels trustworthy.
And you're probably seeing a theme here. It's also no script and AI-powered. But its job is totally different. It's basically the eyeball test, but for a machine. It's checking layouts, fonts, and content to catch all those critical little glitches that a purely functional test would be completely blind to.
And its job is everywhere. For an agent, it makes sure their portal is reliable and easy to use. For a customer, it ensures their policy details are clear and not confusing. For a claims adjuster, well, it ensures those settlement documents are accurate and professional. Every single one of these touch points is a chance to either build trust or to break it.
So there we have it, our 3 layers, the no-script foundation, the intelligence layer, and the trust layer.
Let's put it all together now and see how they work as one unified solution.
The whole workflow becomes beautifully simple. You start with the business intent, which VeritAI just gets. That flows into execution, which Breez handles like a champ. And it all wraps up with visual validation, which AIris provides. Intent, execution, validation. All automated, all in one smooth process.
And this is the transformation we're talking about. It's a night and day difference. You move from this reactive world of brittle scripts and endless manual work, where quality always feels like a bottleneck, to a proactive world of intelligent engineering, a world where quality actually becomes a business accelerator. You're going from being the brake pedal to being the engine.
At the end of the day, this is what it's all for. A unified platform like this isn't just about squashing bugs. It's about protecting the absolute cornerstones of any insurer: the trust of your customers, the confidence of regulators, and of course, the success of your business.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. When you take a hard look at your own quality process today, is it actively building and protecting trust with every single release, or are those little gaps and inefficiencies slowly chipping away at it? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.